met just 2 days ago, an incredible growth leader with more than 30 years of direct selling experience. This woman is a force, okay? She has been in the field through strategy and thinking big, planning big, executing even bigger. She has made into the corporate executive office. It is my incredible honor today to introduce LifeWave President, Meredith Burkage.
How's everybody this morning? How is everybody this morning? We're so excited for this weekend. We have been working for the last 6 months preparing for this time, and to get to actually have all of it culminate to this moment and get to hand it over to you. We are so incredibly inspired by what's about to happen, and we just want to make sure that all of you are focused and centered and ready to really be the light. As I mentioned last night, for those of you that were with us for that incredible Blues Brothers moment, drone show, everything, all of the above, and thank you to the team for the great 20-year look back. Thank you to all of the leaders that we recognized last night, who've been part of it since the very beginning, and those of you that have just joined us. We chose this Be the Light conference because it really is where it all begins at LifeWave. We know that we are creatures of light, that light is in our DNA. It is who we are as people, and that we are called to be the light in a dark world. And so as we join this conference today and we start thinking about it, what's really important to look at in our own lives is, how are we being the light? And a number of you have been asked, what does be the light mean to you? But I want you to really just be quiet in this moment and think about your life. Think about all of the people that look to you to be an inspiration. All of the people that look to you for leadership. And how is your light shining? Is it shining bright like a beacon? Is it maybe just a little bit of a spark? And if it's just a spark today, that's okay, because all light began with a spark.
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before, with the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science, at longevity, at exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave.
So, if that is really your first opportunity to see the Be the Light theme, it isn't just about this conference, because we are going through a brand transformation as we move into these next 20 years. 20 years there, 20 years in front, and we are going to begin to capture more and more in our assets, more and more in the tools, encompassing being the light. Because again, it is our very foundation when we think of ourselves. It is our brand identity. And for somebody like those of us that have been in direct selling for our careers, who have been out there recently in years where people are looking at the channel of direct selling and saying, where does direct selling line up for entrepreneurs to have an opportunity to experience freedom? We know that LifeWave is going to be a beacon of hope and light for entrepreneurs that are interested in sharing and carrying products that they are passionate about. It is our brand identity to be a beacon not only of health and wellness and vibrance and freedom, but also direct selling, a channel, a sector that some of us have devoted our lives to and love because we know it's the ultimate place where ordinary people can experience the extraordinary. So many of you in this room, I've heard you speak. I've watched your webinars. I've seen your Facebook Lives. I've heard you speak from stage. You are really, really good at talking about how X39, our banner flagship product, the center of who we are, that X39 works to, again, ignite those signals in our body, which help us to become brighter and brighter the more that we use the products and the more that we, of course, share the love. So because as we share the love, that's really when, as a community, we get brighter and brighter. So again, you're going to hear a number of testimonials about what does Be the Light mean to you, but we encourage you to really think about it. Because Be the Light, when the marketing teams and the creatives and David Schmidt and everybody came together to say, what is it that we really want to bring forth as we look forward to the next 20 years? And Be the Light became the center of that message. Because Be the Light really means about discovering human potential. And that when you look around your world and you look at the lives of people that you care about, how can we impact them and inspire them with our own lives that they may want to look inside and become a discovery piece of their existence as well? It can be, of course, a scientific point of fact. We are light. We shine from within. We radiate. We can be that light. Or Be the Light also means living for God, living for the ultimate light. The ultimate light. To be the light, not hiding under a bushel on a hill, but shining brightly, again, with love and compassion and care. So as we look at this radiance that we're looking to explain, there are really three pieces to being the light that's the most important. And we know this, right? We know this. It is about discovery. It is about owning your own journey, but you have to see the light, because until your eyes are opened, you are in darkness. Whether it's in darkness of a way out of a tricky situation in your life, whether it's spiritual awareness, you need to see, and it is up to us to shine so that others can see, so that they will truly be able to know that there is more out there for them. There is more to life than what they're living right now. Even if they have a great life, can it always be better? Can life always get better? Can we always do better, be better? Can we? Yes? Good. And so as we prepare other people, we need to first prepare ourselves this weekend as we go into these days of discovery. Because not only do we need to see the light, but we need to ourselves be fully charged. There's an illustration, some of you may have heard it, but if you are a pitcher of water and you are pouring yourself into other people and pouring yourself into people and pouring yourself into people, at some point, if you do not get your own pitcher refilled, you run dry. And so these next 2 days are all about you being filled, you about charging your battery. And we know what the patches do. We know what the patches do to get us charged, right? Of course. But these 2 days are about you soaking it in so that you can have things stimulating your brain, so that you can be using the products. Hopefully you got some patches. If not, we brought lots for you. Because again, we need to recharge that God-given DNA miracle that is within us. We are meant to be fully charged. We are meant to be electric. We are meant to ignite and light the world. We are designed by our Creator to be the light. And so as we are soaking up the wisdom, this fully charged situation, you are sitting around a lot of light right now. Look at your neighbor. Just look at your neighbor and say, thank you for being the light. Thank you for being the light. Thank you, all of you, for being our light. And so as we look at the methodologies, what we're going to hear from stage, do you know that over the last 30 years, all of the surveys that I have seen coming out of big events like this, big decisions happen at big events, the number one takeaway that everybody enjoys the most is networking. They love the announcements, but they love the conversations, and they love meeting people because they're going to have the tools that we're going to be showing you, but it is you charging each other, getting an idea, one nugget that you can take away. So as I close out my time of just setting up this incredible life-changing event today, I want to encourage you once again to see the light, to be the light, and to share the light with the world. LifeWave!
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my parents wanted to take me to the workshop of Thomas Edison. On the drive back home, I said to my dad, I want to be an inventor. Light, as it turns out, is the primary control mechanism for everything else that happens in the body. What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago, that information already existed? God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to, and that we can heal people.
A couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to meet the brightest light, one of the very brightest lights I've met in my life, and certainly the brightest light that I've met in over a decade. I know David Schmidt is a bright light to each and every one of you in this room. And so I would like to bring an innovator, an inventor, a creator, a person who pours his life into all of us to make the world a better place and to help us to be that guiding light for millions of people around this world. Please help me welcome to the stage our founder, our CEO, David Schmidt.